get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Richardson. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also 1st down. Watkins motioning over. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That's to the sideline and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair. And the Niners are going to get this back at their own 34-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Allen gonna throw to get things going. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
This throw left is complete with Judy. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Allen on first down. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They'll work now on second and 4. Now it's the rookie out of Louisville. It's Isaac Guerendo. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he is going to be out of bounds. They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. It's second down.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. On the zone read, a give to Guerendo. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Allen working from the pistol. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This one from 43 yards away. And this one is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. That's Tyreek Stevenson there to make the tackle. They face second down and 7. Richardson going to look to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
A gain there of 17.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So quarter one in the books, the opening Monday nighter of this new season. 0-0 is the score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Richardson. And that is incomplete. Ricky Pearsall, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Middle. What's that?
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way. Live to play another down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
What's that?
A run with Guerendo. And a good, hard run. He would not be denied. Surging forward to pick up 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Look out!
On third down, here's Guerendo. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. you're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down.
Half.
They bring Judy in motion.
Off 52. What's that?
They'll indeed go for it with Allen. He's got a man. That's Myers.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
What's that?
They'll go again with Garenda. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. He is having his way. Another big game. This time 18 yards and a first down.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10.
What's that?
One more time, it's Garenda. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
What's that?
Here comes Garenda. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Hey, home. Look out.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
What's that?
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now,
and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Josh Allen, touchdown, 49ers. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the 49ers will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10.
Let's go.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. Third and 6. To throw, it's Richardson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Here's Mitch Wisnowski now. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's Allen to throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, tight.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
Stop. What's that?
From the gun, it's Allen. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
5 wide.
and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Alert!
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
This is brought in downfield by Judy. A pickup of 21 on that connection. It's good for a Niners first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
In motion is Myers.
Half 10. Look out!
Again, it's Allen to the air. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
To throw again, it's Allen. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. So we've reached halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the new year. As we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 to score as the third quarter begins. Johnson now to return. They'll go with the reverse. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive.
What's that?
They'll run. Here's Garendo. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They send the tight end in motion. On second down, a run with Garendo. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Guerrero. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
They bring Judy in motion.
Out.
On the handoff, it's Guerrero. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Middle.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
Attack.
So now they'll throw it with Allen. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Look out.
On first down, it's Allen. That is caught to the goal line and in. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, San Francisco.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers move out on top 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Ready.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's Richardson. Off he goes.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Richardson. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That's Dobbs open left side. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Finally seems that this offense has found their rhythm after what's been a really slow first 2 quarters. They're hopeful that this series can be the spark. They continue to be efficient in the passing game and go finish this drive.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Richardson to throw. Now he takes off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on top. On second down, Richardson. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And that is incomplete.
This is a situation where you just have to be a little bit more decisive with the ball in your hand. I mean, at some point, it's got to come out. You cannot continue to stress your protection over time like he did here. And to take that hit after that amount of time, that falls completely on the shoulders of the quarterback. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it to Guerendo. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9.
56, 56. Middle.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter.
14, Jets 3.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10.
What's that?
From the gun, Josh Allen. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Here's 2nd and 6.
Gun. Look out.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. A throw on the move is caught. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it, Mike, is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip. And he does it about as well as you can ask.
And the 49ers are going to have themselves a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. A 1st down there on a gain of 12.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Davis going in motion.
What's that?
They go play action now. Here's Allen. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Niners going to open up a 17-3 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Dortch now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's complete to Pearsall. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Throw, left side, that's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
A
35.
big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Watkins motioning over. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive...
And he will score. Game on. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, New York. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets are able to cut into the lead. It's now 17-10. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Now Allen on 1st down. Finding space at the 40. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, and they'll take this down to about the 15. Off the play fake, here's Allen. He keeps it himself.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to make it a 2-possession lead. Oh, no, he missed it. Not more than a chip shot, but it's no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So you roll the dice on offense and you fail. But now you can't give up. Your defense has to go out there and get a stop. You have all 3 timeouts. You have time to get the ball back one more time on offense. So now your defense needs to answer the bell and give your offense one more shot.
They face 2nd down and 7. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th. Now a 3rd and 2. In motion is Myers.
Half. What's that?
That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18.
What's that?
Up the middle they go. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to make it a 2-possession lead. And this one right down the middle. It's good. So a win here for the 49ers. They take care of business in this one. The NFC champs, winners here at home on this opening Monday night.